It is an experience to ride the tram.
When you take that tram across at night, it's very relaxing. It's as though you're having a gin and tonic. It's not the same as the subway where you're all crowded and it's rush, rush, rush. Oh, watch out, the doors are going to slam. You know that the tram leaves, the buzzer sounds, and you get on it. Yes, it may be packed, but it's a very peaceful, quiet trip. Everybody's talking, but it's still, there's something, going up in the air and coming across, setting down on the island, getting on the little minibus and coming home.
Roosevelt Island is the fastest completed project in the history of the world. From the time of land acquisition to first occupancy was a little over 5 years. The original concept was for a small amount of housing in a park-like setting to go in alternating bands of building mass open space, building mass open space.
Neighborhood, it's a community, small town, if you would, old New York type neighborhood where everybody knows everybody else, and yet it does allow you to do your own thing. There are so many different lifestyles on this island, going from the average family to much freer type of Indian type of
We have senior citizens that end up being grandmothers to the kids. It's nice to be in a community where you have older people, not just affluent or not just young or not just middle class or whatever. You have disabled. I feel very strong about having disabled around. I enjoy the fact that my kids are very open and free. They walk up to somebody, what happened to your legs? I almost fell. One gentleman said I ate too much candy. Kids don't eat so much candy anymore. It's good. I think it's very healthy. Yes, they're not the same issues, but they are the same issues. And I think if people grew up around them and were exposed to them in day-to-day life, they would have a much different opinion of them. It's more secure. You have seniors don't give a second thought about going out at 12 o'clock at night.
Children can go out of their apartment dwelling and play unsupervised, and the parents do not have to be afraid that somebody's going to come along and stick a needle in them.
I would say a major problem, if not the major problem on this island, is the unusually high percentage of abandoned children. What does that mean? It means that they leave early in the morning and come back relatively late at night. Because this is, quote, safe, and it is, they assume that their kids will be all right. And the people, I'm sure, move here for that reason. And we have lots and lots of kids with no adult supervision.
Most of these people came to the island because they do love New York, but they didn't want to live right in the heart of New York.
One of the greatest problems of the island is that people actually forget that it is New York City, and it's not some other place that they've only visualized and have never visited, but it actually has all the forces and the pressures and the problems that you have in the rest of Manhattan, and it actually is Manhattan. easy access to Manhattan, to schools and museums and theater. It's very, very convenient.
And besides, you're 3.5 minutes from Blue Meat.